Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Bets Golden and I am so excited that you're joining me today. I have a really fun little card I'm going to make, and I'm going to be using just your basic premium cardstock stack. I get mine from Cut Cardstock. We're going to do it in the greens. It's this one right here. I will have everything listed down below in affiliated links for your convenience. Cut Cardstock is my very favorite resource for cardstock because they do fast shipping, relatively inexpensive, great customer service, and they have a huge selection of all your stationery needs, including a ton of cardstock, obviously from the name. So I'm just going to be utilizing things out, the cardstock out of this set, and I've already cut down my card base, in which I took one of the 8 by 8.5, the 11 by 8.5, cut it in half, then scored it, and that gives you the perfect A2 card size. I did this with one of the greens, and then we're going to be doing an interactive iris, which is the Lawn Fawn die, and I'm going to be using these cute little stamps also by Lawn Fawn. They are called a bug deal. They're so adorable. I did go ahead and cut out the leaves as well as my little insects that I want to put on the card front. And the other thing that I did was I utilized some Solar White Nina cardstock, and I created the center, which is going to be this. If you are looking for more directions on how to do the magic iris, make sure you check out my other video listed down below. I'm going to do it here as well, but that's another way. Basically, what you're going to need to do is the magic iris comes with all the pieces you need, and you're going to want to cut out 3 donuts. I have a couple varying sizes here. 2 of them are going to be like so, and then the other one you're going to put like the sprocket type center in on, and this is instrumental. And if you want to know what the die looks like, go ahead and check on the link down below. I will have a direct link to that. In addition, you need 3 of these little tabs. And then you also need 3 of the hot dogs, is what I like to call them. I think that's what they call them too. And you need a tongue. And then you also need an arrow. And then I am going to put a topper after all on this. The reason why the donut colors don't really matter, the reason why I have a white one is because I needed this center piece to be white. And so I wanted to cut it out. So I'm going to put this one in the middle. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do to assemble this card is we're going to start off with this piece right here. So I'm going to set these pieces aside for now. We'll use them in a few minutes, so we can set all of that off to the side. And we just need our hot dogs and this. And we're going to go ahead and first start by putting our hot dogs in these little slits. And then we're going to make sure that we butt them up. So we just want to put these in first. You are going to need mini glue dots for this next phase, in which we will adhere the second hot dog. So you want to make sure that it's as close lined up as possible, like so. Then you're going to take your mini dots, and we're just going to place them on top of the X's. And you do want the minis, you don't want them any bigger because it could create some problems for you. So I'm just placing these down over my X's, like so. Then one more, and then we will put our second donut on. Okay, and then from here I want to make sure that I do have those lined up nicely. And I'm going to take the second donut and I'm going to line it up perfectly over the top, like so. Then I'm going to flip it over, and right there I want to run my tape runner. All right, so you're just going to take down right there, and you're just going to run some tape. Of course, my tape runner is going to be a stickler. And then once you get that all run, you're going to take these pieces and you're going to just line them up like so. And it does kind of slip and slide, but that's okay. Just keep readjusting it. You could use some purple tape too in some areas if you'd like. And it lines up quite nicely. All right, and then we're going to flip it over, and again, make sure that all that is good. Then we're going to take our tongue, and we're going to place our tongue right off over here, and we're going to make a V right there in that corner. And I'm going just to take my tape runner again. And you can do about half of the tongue, will be plenty. So we're going to place this right off here in the corner, lining it up with that line right there. And then we're going to take our third donut, place it right on top like so, and then we are going to put our tape gun. Again, my tape run's kind of big and cumbersome, and you don't want it to go all the way up. You just want it to hit about there. And the reason is if you want it to give it a gentle hug, not a tight squeeze, otherwise you will not be able to open and close your iris. So I like to just stop it right at that dotted embossed line. Okay, so it's giving a gentle hug. Now from here, let's just go ahead and make sure that it closes, and it does, and opens. All right, perfect. All right, and so from here, I'm going to go ahead and just put my top layer on. I'm actually switching over to some glue on this one, and I'm just going to go again on my fastener pieces for this step, simply because I probably would be okay if it got some glue on, but I don't want to risk it. I just like to use those pieces, and again, this is in the closed position, and then now we're in the open position. From here, I can go ahead and add on my little tab right here. And then we can go ahead and start to assemble our card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leaves, and I have a couple different leaves in some different colors, and I'm just going to place them all around my iris and create a leaf background. It takes approximately 33 leaves to complete your final donut. Now don't freak out about that. That's not really that much. All you have to do is take a stamp platform, you line up these 3 stamps in the corner, and you put your little piece of cardstock in. You stamp it once, stamp it twice. I used archival ink and espresso grounds for my leaves. And then I rotated the paper, did it again, put everything on my scan and cut. It was all done within 10-15 minutes. So not horribly time consuming on that. And all you do is you just put a little bit of glue on the very base of your leaf, and then you slide it under the one before it, and that gives it a really fun dimensional look. So from here, we're gonna go on and create our card front. For our card front, I used another shade of green. I ran it through my embossing folder here. This is by Sizzix. And now I have this. I want to go ahead and run a little bit of this Tropical Tango over the top just to bring up those ridges. Give it a little bit more dimension and texture. And then also ink the edges as well. And then we'll go ahead and put this on the card front. This is a 4 by 5.25 card front that I am putting on my base, so it will have a nice frame of the other green as well. So this is gonna just line up like so. And I think I'm going to do the knot down there. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it, but that is okay. I'm going to use just some liquid adhesive for this. Anything that you have should be good. Make sure I do a pretty decent job here at getting this on. And I like to slide it around a little bit just to make sure I have it placed right. Always do this with the card front open. That way you don't have to worry about the bounce of it being closed. Sometimes when you close the card, it doesn't line up well because the ridge create a bounce. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna go ahead and put my card center on. I want to put this in the open position because I need to make sure that when I line this up, this does fit on my card front. And this is a little bit of a poofier card because of all those beautiful leaves. So that looks about where I need it to go. And I did something on the back and I realized that I didn't like it, so I just rotated it over and did it on the other side, and nobody is going to be the wiser for it. So again, I'm just making sure that I'm lining that up, and that's about right. Place that there, and then we're going to center it around and add our sweet little other bugs that I stamped with my Copic, stamped with the a bug deal, colored it in with my Copic, and then I used my Scan and Cut to go ahead and cut those out. All right, so from here, I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this again. I want to close it. Actually, I want to open it to make sure I get it lined up real nice around that centerpiece. There we go. Voila. I'm going to pull it a little bit over more this way. Just put this on here. I always second guess myself here. Okay. And then from here, I do have a little bit of spillage over here, so I can trim that, or I might just put it in a 5x7 envelope. But you can easily take care of that if you just move your centerpiece over. Then from here, I'm just gonna take and lay these little bugs in to my leaves in a couple different areas. I pop those little guys in, and I'm gonna go around with a little bit of just this shimmer pen that I have and add a little touch of shimmer to the sweet little bugs just to make it kind of shine. And then this card is going to be complete. This one I'm doing a different type of shimmer on it. There's some color in it. Wasn't real happy with that really bright pink wings, so I'm going to just add a darker shimmer in hopes that it kind of blends it all out and makes it a little bit more cohesive. All right, so that is how I decided to utilize that green cardstock pack that I got from Cut Cardstock to make this cute magic iris card with lawn fawn. Again, if you would like any of the products that I use, I will have them listed down below. If you want to see another demonstration and more tips on how to put together a magic iris, I will also have that video that I completed down below as well. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments down below. I will try to do my best to get back to you with the correct answer. If not, I'll take a little bit to try to find it for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. Until next time, I'm Bets Golden, and happy crafting.